So hey Mikey, this is my attempt to help you a little bit with your platform as requested. So the problem is right now that we have a bunch of elevations in our one 3D printed part that require a ton of support material. So down beneath here, and this in here would be really difficult to get out. We might break these posts, and plus it's just taking, like we said, 9 hours, so it's not possible to do that in the context of this class. And it's actually bad design in terms of 3D printing. So let's look at your part. Um, all right. So first of all, I see that you took the existing part and got rid of some stuff or added some stuff to it. The first point is that we said this was a bad part from the beginning, right? It took a long time to print as it was, and really for the same reasons. It has all this support material required. Um, and we actually showed you a different part that was a better example, sort of the V2 of this, but we didn't give you a file, so I guess you just decided to use this one as your baseline. Um, Fair enough, but there's a lot of work involved. If you want to do this secondary platform, you just have to make it as a second part, I believe. I don't really see any way of printing this in the context of our printer system and the time frame we have in terms of printing times. So what we want to do then is simplify the part so that we can get it on more of a single elevation to make it easier to build. Um, so build, I mean, in a 3D printer. This is basically what the part is based on, this sketch here, right? Um, so we'll keep that. But we don't, let's just go down a few more steps. We don't want this change in elevation. Um, so initially, let's see, this cut here, if I delete that, it's kind of what we want, but then we lose our post here. So let's maybe not, why is that? Let's just see. I think it's because this part, this extrusion has a dimension that's related to this cut. So if I just go and edit that sketch and get rid of that, that's the quickest way to deal with that. So now I think we can delete this cut and we're heading in the direction we want to go. Now I also want to get rid of this cut, or this extrusion, sorry. Let's just see if I can just delete that. Yeah, that works. Now the problem is, so at least as a beginning part, then if we could get rid of this post, we could print this with almost no supports. We'd have some supports right here, but maybe we'd want to change that anyway if we flipped it over. But so what do we do about the post now? Because if we had to print this with the post here, then we're gonna have a lot of support material also. I think we can just flip it over. Let's see if that's true. So if I go to here, edit it, flip it. Now this isn't the right length anymore. It has to be. We have to add whatever length this is. Let's see. Maybe let's just say it's 50. I don't know what it is. That may be right. Okay, now we have a part that's printable. We can lay this on the deck, and it looks like we lost something here. I don't know where we lost that guy over there. I don't know. Let me go. I'm going to Control Z back and see when I get that. When I return it. Huh, weird. At some point that not sure if it's worth even messing with that right now. But I will. I guess I'll try it. So let me just go back and redo this. Get this back to where I wanted it. Yeah, okay, it's just interesting. Okay, so that has everything we need. So now if I edit this guy, delete that, And if I delete this cut, yeah, that's still there. Okay. And if I delete this cut, oh, I think all it was is that I had maybe, well, it doesn't matter. So now let's flip this around again. Okay. So now this is, like I said, there's almost no support material. There'd be support material between the base and this bar up here, but we don't really need this whole bar, right? So if I come in here, create a sketch on this guy, and really just continue this line. Now I can cut that piece out. Um, and then I can do the same thing on the other side. And I think this would be, actually, let's just see. I'll continue, I'll do that again over here. Now, I realize I'm moving quickly here, but you can stop and pause this to check out what's going on. Either way, and listen, I'm pretty sure that those are, let me see something here. Actually, just want to make sure these are, actually, I really can't call it horizontal. Nope. I'm going to assume that those are straight. I think that I paid attention to that, but it doesn't really matter, I don't guess, as long as we get a cut. Um, all right. Now, one thing I don't think it's really necessary, but I always like to, I think we should have a fillet down here. Makes it more structurally strong, even though I know we've got that filled in there. Um, I don't need quite that much. I like that better. Now, I'm not putting any holes in this right now. I'm not, of course, I have to cut this one too. Didn't see that. So there might have been a faster way of doing this. Okay. Let's save it. I renamed it just with my um, initials at the end, and I'm going to save it as an STL. And you open it up in Flash Print. forgot. Yeah, we would have supports there also. It's fairly minimal. I don't see any way of actually avoiding that unless we just got rid of these top pieces, which is another option. I'm not sure if we really need them. And I don't know if these are the right dimensions, by the way. I haven't checked this or anything. I'm just using your part. But let's just see what we got. I'll go to the slow speed, the faster speed, which means I've got an infill at 10%. I'm not going to add a brim. Yeah, we're at 2 hours, so that's way better than 9. Um, it's still a lot. I think we could, I would cut out a big chunk of this, but you're going to want to have holes in this to attach to the chassis, etc. So I think this is just a good first step I'll give you this video and you can decide how you want to, if you what you want to talk to me about or how we should work on this together if you need help. But we need to get this thing done pretty quickly. Okay, so let's communicate about it. All right, that's what I got.